Welcome back to Sunset Ponies, everyone. So I was going to show y'all today my method for straightening hair. So I have this sparkler, which I was using before to compare to the Basic Fun Classic Ponies. So her hair has started to get dry. It's not bad. It's not really bad. I've definitely seen worse hair before. I have worked on this hair before, but it's been a while, and so it's just gotten really dry. And so I'm just gonna show one of the ways I use for detangling and straightening out hair. So I just use a regular little toy brush that came in one of the mini lots that I bought. And you can use pretty much anything that you want, a comb. I've heard it suggested before to use a metal comb. I haven't tried that yet myself, but it might be worth trying. The main thing to remember is to just be gentle as you are working on the hair. Also, I just use my regular conditioner. So I don't think it matters what brand you have, just your regular conditioner that you use for your own hair. I have also heard that there are special conditioners that are used for like wigs and other synthetic hair. That might also be worth trying. But I just use the regular conditioner that I normally use with my own hair. And then also, I have this little straightening iron. So this is most of what helps to straighten the hair. Now, you don't have to get an expensive one, but you do need to get one that allows you to choose the heat setting, because we are going to put it on the lowest heat setting. You do not want to use a super hot straightening iron on pony hair. In fact, there are some restrictions to using this, and I will talk about those here in a minute. But that's pretty much all you need if all you want to do is work on straightening the hair. So this pony is already mostly pretty clean. She's got a few spots, but that's because she's 30 years old. But first thing I'm going to do is get her hair nice and wet. I'm not going to submerge her. I think she actually does have maybe a touch of tail rust right there, but I'm not going to work on that right now. But don't submerge her, because these old ponies, they had a metal washer in their tail to help keep the tail in. And you do not want to get that wet because that results in tail rust. But we're just going to get the hair nice and wet here. Okay, so here's Sparkler with her wet hair. And I'm just going to put a little conditioner in. And I'm just going to gently work that in with the brush. Whenever you're brushing hair, whether it's pony or real hair, always best to start from the ends and work your way up as best as possible. That way, if there are any tangles, we will kind of work them out through the end. If you start up here, you're just going to push the tangles down and they're going to get knotted at the end. So one of the things that you will want to be careful about with the conditioner, I like to let my pony sit in the conditioner for a little while, especially if they have really, really dry hair. But a few things you should watch for. Any of the highlighter colored hairs, especially the chartreuse, be careful about letting it sit in the conditioner too long, because I have had the dye from the chartreuse leak into the conditioner, which you do not want your pony to sit there in that chartreuse dye. Is just going to make it worse, by potentially, dyeing your pony by accident. So any of the highlighter colored hairs, be super careful about letting them sit for too long in this conditioner. So if you're doing a surprise or something like that, I would work this in and then immediately wash it out probably. Okay, so I'm going to plug in my iron, and I am going to turn it on to the lowest setting and let this heat up for a little bit. Now, while I'm doing that, a few things I will say about using the iron. In particular, be careful of tinsel. So, any of the ponies with tinsel, you always need to be careful about using the iron with. The tinsel can melt easy and come out, especially the kind of pearlescent tinsel that came in the G3s. Some of the metallic tinsels that come in the princess ponies, you may be able to use them with this, but then again, I have also seen one time where the color started to come off of one of those colored metal tinsels. So just be extremely careful with ponies using this. Also, any of the color changing hairs, so like the sunshine ponies, do not use this with any hair that's color changing because it can't handle the heat. Always try this on a little bit of your pony first if you're not accustomed to which ones are okay with this or not. That way, if it accidentally damages something, it'll just be a small portion, not the whole pony. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to one small section at a time. I'm just going to take one small section at a time, and you can wash the conditioner out first, but the important thing is that the hair does always need to be wet. Do not ever do this when the hair is dry. That is not going to be good. It always needs to be wet. I personally just leave the conditioner in here. So I just take a small section, I start up here, and you can see it bubble a little bit there, maybe. And I just slowly, but not too slowly, pull this all the way through. And it might take a second pass. And then I'll do my next section. So you can see it's kind of flattened out here already. Okay, so we are done with the iron. Always remember safety first. Turn it off when you're not using it. And unplug it. Okay. So, you can do this as many times as you feel you need to, because it may need to be more than one pass for a pony that has especially stubborn hair. But this is all I'm going to do the first time with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse out all of her conditioner. Alright, so I have gently rinsed out all the conditioner from her hair. So at a later time, I may go back and re-curl her hair because the traditional first release of Sparkler had hair that curled back on her neck. But I'm not going to do it right this minute so that y'all can see the difference between her hair before and after. So traditionally with My Little Ponies, if you're just straight hair, I always just wrap it around her neck, her mane, and then I always just take her tail and wrap it around her leg. Sometimes they wrap better than others. And mostly I just want it to form this nice little curl right there on the end. So then she's done. My Sparkler does have a little clip. It looks like she's missing a tiny bit of her mane right there. So once you're done, I then put this aside to dry, and I usually like to let them dry untouched for about 24 hours at least, sometimes longer. If I've curled their hair in straws or curlers, I'll let them dry for at least 24 hours. So let's put her aside and let her dry, and then we'll come back and take a look.